Let's see. All right, we'll go back to Zoom. So are we admitting?
Not right now. We'll admit them as we're in.
Okay. So we're in now.
Okay.
Let's
I don't see us.
We should be live. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you see us now?
I'm trying to see.
Let's see if we're on here. We're just checking.
Just checking to make sure that we're live, people.
And we are live.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm trying to get it set up on mine over here. So, okay. Well, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Trying not to disappear so much on you. You know, these virtual backgrounds, I got to perfect that so that so we stop disappearing on you.
Yes, yes. Well, welcome to 2021, right?
2021.
How many days are we in? We're in now?
11,
13?
11, 12, 13. I don't know. somewhere around there. Somewhere around there.
Keeping track of time is part of our business. And look, we have lost track of time in 2021 already. I see we have some people in the waiting room. So I guess we're going to let them in. Everybody on Facebook, please feel free to participate.
Yeah, we'll be looking on Facebook to see any questions or anybody that has any questions and comments. Please leave them in the box or whatever it is there on Facebook. This is our first one for the new year, so we're excited. We're excited to be back. Give me a second here. I'm trying to bring up our live on Facebook so I can see it. Okay. All right. Well, I see we got a couple of people on so far. We're just getting set up. So give us a second this time. I don't know. You know, it's always a couple of little technical glitches, it seems like.
Technical difficulties.
You know, this whole new technology with the Zoom and everything and got me. I'm trying to stop disappearing.
He is a hologram for 2021. Hello, Junior Berridge. That's my cousin. He's on. He's looking. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Lori. Lori's actually joining us from a Zoom call. So hi, Lori. I'm wishing you all a happy new year. And we're excited to talk about goal setting this evening. So if anyone is interested in goal setting, then this is the call for you. I just actually started goal setting, I want to say probably about a little over 5 years, really serious about goal setting. I'm going to try to stop this from happening, the view.
Yeah.
But, you know, we wanted to get your take this evening on goal setting. Anyone on the call that goal sets right now? Lori, unless you're talking, if you can mute yourself, that'd be wonderful. Because I think every time you move, I think you come up on the screen. So
yeah, well, she's muted now. So
okay, awesome.
I just muted.
Awesome. So anybody have any ideas on goal setting? Is it something that you do? Is it something that you like to do? You know, people are very big on setting resolutions, right? But resolutions, they go in and out the door so quickly. I think goal setting is a much better way to really identify what you want for the year or even someday, right?
Okay.
So let's talk about the definition for goals.
Yeah. What is a goal? All right. Somebody else. That's what. So.
What is a goal?
Well, what
We lost the audio.
Yes. Okay. Our audio should be back. I don't know what happened, but thank you, Junior Berich, for letting me know that we're sitting here talking and nobody is hearing us.
Oh no.
Okay. That's what I was saying about.
We could
Okay.
admit in the mute.
Admit and mute. Okay. All right. Got it. So we got a couple of people in the chat with us. But we're gonna just ask you guys to mute yourselves so that your screen doesn't pop up.
Maybe you can mute her.
But it's no sound there, so that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, like we were saying, a quote is a goal without a plan.
Yeah, I don't even know what you guys. I don't know what they heard and what they didn't hear, because I don't know if we were muted the whole time, because like I said, it says we just lost our audio. So maybe we need to probably kind of start it back from the top.
Okay, what's a goal?
What is a goal? And like I said, Webster's dictionary says it's the end toward which effort is directed, in which basically what direction are you going, where you want your life to be headed. That's what I say is a goal. Goal setting is definitely a key to wealth building, because if the first part of setting a goal is first off figuring where you are.
Yeah.
Knowing where you are to get you to the place that you want to be. I keep disappearing.
Yes, knowing where you are is important in the whole goal setting process, because how do you go somewhere or know where you're going to go if you don't know where you came from? Right? So that's the whole point of goal setting, to be able to get in the direction that you need to go with effort. Okay, so there's a quote that says, "A goal without a plan is just a wish," and that quote is from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. So I hope we're saying it correctly. He was a fighter pilot that actually was in World War II and also a poet. And he gave us that quote: "A goal without a plan is just a wish." So are you wishing, or are you doing things in order to have your dreams come true? Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we want to break it down in big goals and little goals. What's a big goal?
Big goal, to retire, towards retirement, towards the end. I would say big goals are my goals towards end of life goals.
End of life goals.
End of life.
That seemed a little tragic. What about why don't we call it someday goals?
Someday goals. Okay.
Yes, I mean, someday goals.
Those, I'm just saying, the big goals are like those monumental things that major trips, or I don't know. What do you consider some big goals?
A cruise around the world for a year.
I keep this.
That's a big goal. Probably it's your posture.
All right.
So trip around the world, the world for a year. That is what I considered a big goal. Big goals are more like lifetime goals that you want to achieve during your lifetime. So small goals. Small goals can be as little as something you can do for the week, or for a month, or for a year, even 3 year. Those are short-term goals. Okay, so we have to determine what are our long-term goals and what is our short-term goals, and identify the difference. Okay, so how many of us have some long-term goals and short-term goals?
Okay, I'm trying to look at and make sure that I'm keeping up with the people online as well. So that's the other thing. So if there's any questions, like I said, or comments online, I'm trying to look at the comments and keep up with that as well. So as far as small goals, I would say, removing, removing the anxiety and fears of setting those goals as well is one of the big things for for the small goals.
I think he's looking at me for a hint, but he keeps disappearing.
Yeah, I'm trying to just not disappear
This
on the
is
screen.
hysterical. I keep saying it's posture. It's posture. When we sit up in our posture, then maybe we won't disappear.
Well.
All right. So earlier on in the week, I did a webinar that talked about the 12-week goals. Okay, let's start there. And the 12-week goals basically provided me with a little what can I say? It's like a cheat sheet. Mm-hmm. And that cheat sheet, in order to keep me encouraged, was basically to list long-term goals on an index card. Take an index card and list, 5 long-term goals you have for your life, 5 or 10 or however many you want, mm-hmm. on that index card. And you do that on the front of it. On the back of it, you list short-term goals on the card, which I thought was really good, because now I could focus in on things that matter when I get discouraged, things that I have an eye on as a prize when I get a little anxious or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I say to myself, okay, well, these long-term goals I can, focus on. And then I feel happy and excited and, ready to commit again. Because during this time, let's face it, we're all going through a little bit of fear of the unknown, right?
True. Very true. With the times that we're living in, a lot of people don't know what's ahead. So,
no.
But you still got to make plans. That's the key thing, is still creating that plan, laying forth the groundwork of knowing, like I said, about direction toward which your effort is directed. So that's what the goal is about.
Absolutely. Because when you're anxious, sometimes you can't focus in on your prize. So let's say your prize is, buying a house. Okay, let's just say that your prize is buying a house. Mm-hmm. How can you focus if you're not sure if you're going to have a job in the next 6 months, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is, if you set a goal and you set a plan in order to continue to build yourself and treat yourself as you are your business, you'll never go out of business. Mm-hmm. You'll never have a dry moment in your life where there's desperation. So we have to keep ourselves committed to the prize. And whether that be short-term or long-term, whatever gets you excited, keep it close to you. Put that index card. Why are you laughing?
No, I'm smiling because I'm looking at me just keep this. So I'm like creating a goal right now. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm creating a goal. I'm going to have to turn this room into into our studio, because I'm tired of disappearing. So my goal right now is going to be to not disappear. I have a goal right now to not disappear. I'm tired of keep disappearing, so I can't see myself keep disappearing on the screen.
Okay, well, let that be your goal for next week, not to disappear. Okay, let's talk about starting. Mm-hmm. What's the first step in starting your goal process, setting goal process?
Time blocking. First setting that time.
And we know how you love time blocking.
I love time blocking. Absolutely. It's my favorite thing in the world. My calendar is a work in progress. Mm-hmm. So
absolutely. So if anyone does not know what we mean by time blocking, please, let us know right now on the chat, in the chat room. If, what do you mean by time blocking? If you do, that's great, and we can move on. Mm-hmm. But time blocking is very important. Setting aside time in order to think is very important. And I think that, basically that's how you start, because if you want to set a goal, mm-hmm. Isn't it important to set aside that half an hour or an hour to just think about what you really, really want, right?
Absolutely. What you want out of life.
What you want out of life. So what would be a good space for you to think about setting a goal at? Where do you feel like you would be comfortable in setting a goal? And how long do you think it would take you to sit down and have a reasonable amount of time to think about that goal?
Oh, I think about it. If you take a good hour for yourself, a good hour would be, I think, an ample amount of time to just to sit back, gather your thoughts, and then to start, that time blocking process of calculating what, breaking things down. That's the big part of goal setting, is to get down on the time and like use. There's a technique, what we call, what is it, the SMART technique, to time block. And that SMART technique is definitely, they call it being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time. That's the acronym for SMART. That's the acronym for the SMART technique of blocking out the time, and to be able to when you start setting your goals, make it a specific goal. Be specific about what your end result is, the direction that you're going in, and make sure that it's measurable, that it is realistic, and it's attainable.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Again, that's the achievable part. So we said specific, measurable, achievable, and then relevant. Make sure it's related to what it is that you're trying to do. They make sure that the end meets the goal
Right.
of what you're looking to do.
Right.
And then having the right amount of time to do it in, right?
Right. That's correct.
Okay. Did we have people to add in? Because I'm like,
yes, I can't find my.
Lori looks like she's saying something.
Am I saying something?
See Lori's screen pop up.
You don't hear
Lori,
me?
Did you want to chime in, Lori?
Can you hear me? You don't hear me?
Lori, are you there?
Okay.
I hear you, Lori.
Oh, you do, Simone?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't have a chat. Tell them I can't
She's
chat.
muted. Lori, you're muted.
Oh.
You have to unmute yourself if you'd like to speak in. Okay. Well, we'll keep moving until you can figure out how to unmute yourself, Lori.
Okay, so an example of that SMART goal would be what?
Well, what we had here was like, so say if you wanted to one of your goals is to lose weight. That's like 80-90% of people's goal around the first of the year anyway.
98.2.
98.2. Oh, see, I didn't even know that. You had the stats. That's good.
No, I don't. I'm just saying.
So say you wanted to lose 10 pounds, by March. So you would say, okay, I'm gonna exercise 4 times a week. I'm gonna do 15 minutes of cardio. I'm gonna do 15 minutes of 15 minutes of strengthening per day, and I'm going to take that amount of time to get towards my end goal, right? So we time blocked that amount of time, and then what's the end result going to be? So what's your end result going to be? You're going to look better in your clothes, and
that's what I think. Maybe you'll look better in the clothes. Maybe you'll have more energy. Not everyone wants to lose weight to, fit clothes. They already fit their clothes fine. Not everybody wants to, exercise to lose weight. Some people want to exercise just to increase their energy, and have a healthier way of life. Okay, so you have to realize what you're doing it for. Are you doing it because everybody else is doing it, or are you doing it because you think that you think that that's the right thing to do, or are you doing it because that's what you really, really desire? And then think about your desire for it, why it's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think goal setting is one of my favorite things to do, because I soul search. I do a lot of soul searching during goal setting.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I also want to say is, there are times when you have to chunk down your goal. Okay. So when I say chunk down your goal, what I'm saying is, instead of doing, oh, okay. Lori just said she can talk. I
Mm-hmm.
think so.
Yeah, she said her mute. She
Oh,
can't.
she can't talk.
She
Oh
can't talk. Her
no.
mute isn't working or something.
Oh no.
Okay.
So the thing about it is, chunk down your goal with 15 minutes. Okay. So let's say, excuse me, not 15 minutes, but let's say I want to wake up 15 minutes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what you want to do for a goal. Maybe you don't want to wake up 30 minutes yet. Maybe you just want to wake up 15 minutes early to get a little bit of a head start, or stop hitting that snooze button. Or maybe you want to wake up 15 minutes early to, get some water in for the morning or something like that, or just take time to meditate. Make your goal, your goals very small, and chunk it down. And once you've accomplished waking up 15 minutes for a week, and then if you continue it for 66 days, it's now a habit, and you don't have to worry about that goal anymore. Okay. So chunk down your goals. Make sure it's not too big at first. And like Curtis said, make sure it's achievable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
So you guys
Laurie
suggest
says,
we
I
start
like
small.
to put my goals on the fridge.
There you
I
go.
need to see it.
Okay.
Yep. That's a good thing. I used to put mine in the bathroom mirror. And my kids used to do it too. They used to put their goals on the bathroom mirror just to see it every day.
Mm-hmm.
It incorporates something in you. It just drives you. And Lori said she usually does pictures.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
Hey, Lori, if you could come on the Facebook page maybe and add your comments there, we'd be able to see it easier, and then everybody else will see it as well. So if you could come on there instead of the text, because it's kind of hard for us to see the text and on the screen. So we're looking at both at both places. But she said okay, so yeah. So we got it. Okay. So I'm just looking for, so Junior Berridge said, doing it with purpose.
Absolutely.
To make sure your goal settings, I would like a little bit more when someone says, do it with purpose, to expand on it. What do you think about what he said there?
Well, when doing it with purpose, you can expand on that. I'm thinking that you're talking about do it because you have a reason to do it, because it's your reason. It's not someone else's reason. My desire to lose a few pounds may not be, my reason. I may be doing it for Curtis. Then am I really going to be motivated to do it for Curtis? Trust me, I ain't losing pounds for Curtis.
Nope. You don't need to. No need to. Don't
But I'm just saying, that could be what are you doing it for? If the purpose, the core purpose that you're doing it for doesn't have anything to do with your beliefs and what you really believe in your heart and your soul, then you can't hold yourself accountable for that. So the goal is just going to be, a wish. Simone said, start small. Chunk it down and start small. Absolutely. Start small. Okay.
But even though you're starting small, remember to continue to dream big.
Yep.
Never limit yourself, because I believe anything is attainable with a little hard work and perseverance. So you're going to need that perseverance and all of these criteria as far as and techniques develop that, you know, like I said, being specific, knowing what it is that you want, make sure that it's measurable, make sure that it's achievable, and it's relevant to what your end goal is, and put the time in, you
And
know,
put the time in.
and you're
Absolutely
gonna have to
correct.
be ready to put the time in.
Absolutely. So, dreaming big, let's expand on that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard for me to do
Why you say that?
because I remember being in a class. Well, it's not as hard, but I remember being in a class and they giving us about, I think it was like 20 minutes to list everything that we want in life.
Mm-hmm.
And people were writing like crazy.
Mm.
They were writing for the full 20 minutes. I'm like, what are you writing? what in the world could you be writing? All this time, 20 minutes of time just writing about what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Simone said she has a difficult time doing that too, just writing about what you want and what you desire. You know, I can come up with about 10 things, 5 things, and I'm like, I'm good. But is that really dreaming big?
Mm-hmm.
No. People had things like get on a helicopter and go to Hawaii for, 2 days and come back, or go and see. You had one. The sun comes up in one place and goes down in the other. You want to see it.
And now you put me on the spot. But it was having mimosas in Mumbai and cocktails in Calcutta, and that's part of what me and a buddy of mine said that we were going to do. We were going to have mimosas in Mumbai and cocktails in Calcutta. So that's a goal. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It's one of my dream big goals, but it's definitely attainable and achievable. Mm-hmm. But just I haven't put forth the effort. So, right. So I guess that's why.
So is it just a wish?
At this point, it would be just a wish, mm-hmm. because I haven't put forth really any effort. But then with COVID and everything right now.
Don't blame it on COVID. Don't blame it on COVID.
I figure COVID is the scapegoat to everything right now. So
COVID ain't got nothing to do with your dreams, as big as they are. So
that's true.
Dream big, and like I said, if you can take 20 minutes and list everything that you want out of life. Mm-hmm. And I say it like this, and I had it written down here. 20 minutes for the things that you desire in life. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's say 10 minutes for the things that you want to have, 10 minutes for the things that you want to achieve, and 10 minutes for the person you want to be.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let's break that down again. So if you took 30 minutes to think about all this, list 10 minutes for the things you want to have, 10 minutes for the things you want to achieve, mm-hmm. and 10 minutes for the person that you want to be. I heard that on the 12-week goal call as well.
Okay,
and I thought that
I
was
wasn't
pretty
on
good.
that one, so
yeah.
So that's a little wisdom you got that I didn't get a piece of that.
It's about be, do, have.
Okay.
Who do you want to be? What do you want to have? And what do you want to do with your life when you're here? So I think it's very important to think about that thing. Mm-hmm. Just think about who you want to be. That's part of one of my goals is being a better person. Mm-hmm. Working at it every day. And sometimes I need to take an entire weekend to shut down. I just did it a couple of weekends ago. Mm-hmm. An entire weekend to shut down in order to come back to myself and be a better me, a better version of me. Mm-hmm. Do you think I turned out a little better?
Absolutely.
He's just saying that.
Absolutely. How would I say anything different?
Yeah, because we want to sleep together tonight. So he's just saying that. No, but I really do think that it helps just in order to dream big and you have to self-evaluate yourself and your needs,
Mhm.
you know, because you do come first. I come first. He
I come
comes
first.
first.
Mhm.
You know, we all come first here. So I think that's where we need to start. Okay, so let's talk about
Where are we?
vision boards.
Okay, yeah. Creating a vision board. That was part of the dream big.
Mhm.
Is, you know, putting like I think it was Lori that said, Lori or Simone was saying about, you know, they need to see pictures to see it in front of them, you know, like you was talking about putting up Post-its and things like that to that effect, you know. And like in my office I have little sayings up on the side,
Yes.
or certain things that keep me that keep my goals in front of me. Like on my door in my office, I have a map of one of the world, and then I have another map of some property that I have plans for. So it stays in front of me. So it stays in the forefront of my mind to know, you know, what my goals are, to know where I'm headed, to know what direction that I need to work towards and what I need to do. So every time that I get a little bit off, all I got to do is look out in front of me, and I'll see this picture of something, and it reminds me, hey, well, are you working towards this goal?
So it stays relevant.
It stays relevant,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and it stays in the forefront.
That's
Just
it.
like Lori was saying, that's so true. We forgot to mention Titi's on here.
Okay. Hey, Gail. We see you on here.
We
Great
see you.
words.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us. So I have my
I don't know
vision board here.
I don't know if your vision board is going to show. You
I
know
don't
why?
know. Let's
Because of
see.
the virtual background. I think
No?
it's going to disappear.
Let's see. Well,
Yeah.
Girl, you
did
just
it disappear?
It disappeared.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, I really wanted to show my vision board.
Yeah.
I can tell you what's on my vision board. Let's see. Now, well, you see money's on there. I can tell you what's on my vision board. And I have a trip to Bali, trip to Paris.
You know what? I'm about to turn off this virtual background for a moment so people can see it. How about I do that? Because if I take off the virtual background,
all right, let's see if you can.
They'll be able to see your vision board. Let me just take off the virtual for a moment. If I can, I don't know how to operate your computer.
Yep, you go to video.
Okay. No.
This is one-on-one training here, and you go to background.
Backgrounds. Okay, give us a second here. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you turn it off? None.
Yes,
Oh.
right here.
Okay, I didn't know it was down there. All right,
Okay.
there we go. Now we will not disappear anymore. And listen, we got a good background. I mean, it's plain. It's nothing behind us.
I like to see the other background. It's just exciting.
Okay.
Okay, so this is, I haven't filled it up yet for the year.
Mm-hmm.
You have to just move that. But I'm going to put it.
Oh.
What's in front of us.
Okay, moving that. Got it. Okay,
So,
Simone is saying something, I guess.
Here we go. We got money here, you know, in different countries too, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I got an African safari. Let's see. Can we
How about I hold it?
Okay.
And then you point it out.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
There you
See
go.
how
Bring it back in.
Teamwork, dream work, however that goes.
Dream work makes the team. Okay, so we're gonna show your vision.
Investments, you know, saying that I need more investments this year. Pay off my mortgage. That's one of my goals, is to pay off my mortgage. Income from properties. That's one of my goals. Bali, and this is all, it doesn't have to be all this year, but it's things that'll keep it in the forefront for me. You know, a Airbnb on the beach, okay, and then a lake house. This is a really big, beautiful lake house. And a yacht and a personal chef, you know. So these are the things that, and this ring, we'll talk about the ring later, ladies. Okay. So, you know, just a lot of things here. And, you know, a little reminder, I got this thing that to stick on here, and it says keep moving.
Mhm.
So, even with the COVID situation,
Can I
have
take
to-
it down?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can take down. We have to keep moving. We have to keep,
Mm-hmm.
going and striving, and every little bit helps. Every little dream, that I can dream helps.
Mhm.
So that's my board. That's my board, you guys, and I'm looking to fill it up. So if you have any ideas, share with me also. Share your visions. I love to hear it, because maybe it's something that I haven't thought about, and I would like to do myself.
Mhm.
So let's invest time to hear each other's dreams. Even if you can call a friend this evening, and say, hey, what are your dreams? What do your dreams look like? If you can't really think about any real ideas about how to dream big.
Mhm.
Okay. So
So what else did we want?
I hear Gail said, I hear there is a best time of the year. I guess this is the best time of year to make a vision board.
Mhm.
Yes.
And what else did Lori say? Lori said, so cool. Now that you shared that with us, you become accountable to make it happen. Okay, absolutely.
Yes,
Well,
I do.
honestly, I mean, Carlene has a lot to share about her vision board, because usually everything that she puts on there, somehow or some way, it seems to come to pass anyway.
It does. It does. So I wish I had the vision board that I had on the computer. When Oprah was doing her own virtual, Simone said let her in. There's 3 people waiting.
No, they're gonna have to stay out. They can go on Facebook, because they keep coming and block. They come on.
Oh, that's not nice. You better let them in. Let them in. So when Oprah did her whole virtual thing online, I remember putting together my entire online picture board. And I can always post that and share that with you guys. But it was basically things that I just thought about, and I put it on there. One was Deshaun is my son, for those of you that don't know on this call, him getting a scholarship to school for football, and he did that. Another one was me getting my BMW, which I did not expect or think that I was going to get. And then one day, my husband surprised me with that, and I had no clue. Okay. It was the same color that I wanted. It was just amazing. So things like that came to pass. Me running a team. I thought, I was thinking about running a team at one point, and I'm here now in the business and running a team. And, so things just came to pass there. So, when it worked once, I said, why not do it again? So I always do it now, because I want to see it work, because I believe in it. And you're right, Lori, showing you the board makes me accountable to see the board now, to do what I have to do. Okay. So, okay. So what else do we have to talk about?
Okay.
Steps to goal setting. We have 15 more minutes.
We got about 15 more minutes left. Okay.
So steps to goal setting.
Identify your goal.
Okay.
Identify what your goal is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Identify the benefits of having your goal.
Right.
Think about what obstacles you will have to overcome to get to your goal.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
List the skills and knowledge required to obtain the goal. So say your goal is, I don't know, to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
What is it going to take to become a doctor? Right?
Right.
8 years of school. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So, but I do have
I think it's more than 8 years.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was 8.
I think.
You got 4 years of pre-med or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Don't ask me that. I can tell you what it takes to be a general contractor, a realtor, one of those things. I can tell you, what it's going to take to be that.
Right.
but whatever your goal is, whatever it is that you look to achieve, whatever it is that you look to be, identify the work that it's going to take to become what it is that you want to become or do, or
Correct.
whether it's travel, whatever it is, whatever that goal is. I mean, like I said, sometimes goals aren't just a being. It could be a doing thing. It could be something that you want to do, like like you said, travel on your vision board or something like that. So that could be one of the other things. And identify the people or groups to work with to accomplish your goal. So if you're going to need a mentor or a coach, or leverage your goals. So get around like-minded people. I would say also is one of the definite things to achieving your goal is being around like-minded people.
I agree.
Okay.
Mhm.
And creating an action plan to put it forth and set a deadline. When are you going to accomplish the goal? And that really, it kind of circles back, and these steps are according to Zig Ziglar, and it kind of circles back to the SMART technique. Honestly, again, being specific, making sure that it's measurable, making sure that it's achievable, relevant, and then placing a time on it. So really, what Zig Ziglar's steps are, coincide with what we said the SMART plan is to getting your goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to give an example of that though.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say our goal is to I could say buy a house, but I'm going to say remain married.
Okay. Where we
Let's
going
say
with this? I
remain
don't know.
married, okay?
See,
let's
that's
make
what
this-
happens when you get on these live things and
Let's-
inopportune moments come up and you don't have no idea what your partner is thinking. Okay, go ahead.
Let's make this fun and interesting.
Yeah, it's about to get fun and interesting.
Use the house.
Simone said what?
Simone said use the house.
Use the house, yeah. Let's use a different example.
All right. If you want us to use the house, I thought we'd let this get interesting by saying staying married. But okay, let's use the house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal is to purchase a house. Okay. So we have to identify the setting, what type of house that you want, where do you want to live, what do you want to pay in mortgage payments. But first you have to even identify that you want a house for yourself. Okay. Now the benefits of having the house. What's the benefit of having the house? You're not paying rent. You may use it as an investment property and to be able to earn money and actually be able to have yourself a passive income, allowing the property to earn money for you. Okay. So that could be a benefit of having the house, or having your own personal space where no one can tell you
what you can and can't do inside.
What you can and can't do.
Right. So
Correct.
That's one of the great things.
And also building wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the obstacles that you'll have to overcome when purchasing a house?
Saving money to have the down payment. That's most people's first obstacle, is saving up enough money to even have a down payment towards the home,
Right.
and learning what the process is.
Right. I say even credit repair.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that can be a big obstacle for people. Credit repair.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like we all have perfect credit. Even those that work really, really hard of keeping their credit together, it can be a little difficult. So identify the obstacles that you have, and then work towards, making those obstacles better.
And to remove the obstacles. That's part of the goal, is removing anything that comes in the way of getting you to the place that you want to be.
First, you have to identify it.
You got to identify it. Very true.
Okay, so list the skills and the knowledge you said they're required to obtain the goal. So what knowledge do you need to purchase a house? You need someone that is a knowledgeable realtor. You need someone that's a knowledgeable lender, because you don't do it from day to day. So you need someone that has the experience that can guide you through the process. So you don't just call a number on a sign and be like, oh, want to buy a house, you know? So you have to actually, you know, have the skills and the knowledge to do so, and do some research on your own prior to entering into a transaction. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got to identify people or groups to work with, right? Of course, that's the realtor again, the lender.
That's pretty much about all you would have to do if getting a home is your goal. So those are the two key obstacles that you have to jump over.
That is true. I also think there is mentoring online in some cases.
Okay.
You know, meaning people that have done it before. You know, sometimes they make little videos about the process for them, you know, and what they experience was. So I think that's a good idea. Also, maybe ask friends, you know, family, you know, what was their experience? So you look to avoid certain pitfalls, you know. And then you create an action plan. Action plan is, when are you going to do it? Okay, if you're going to buy an investment property, how many investment properties are you going to buy for the year? Are you going to buy one? Are you going to buy two? How are you going to do that? How much do you expect to earn with those investment properties? Maybe you expect just to pay the mortgage off with the rent that you're being paid, right? So if that's the case, in 30 years, maybe even 15 years, you may own it free and clear. And guess what? That's part of your retirement portfolio. Okay, so identify, why do you need this house? Do you need it for luxury? Do you need it for investment? Why do you need the house? And set a deadline for your goal. Okay, if you say that you're going to be ready by March 2022, all these things that you've identified, now have to set goals and put them in place and work on them. Okay, and say, I'm going to do it by this date. Okay, so that's kind of walking you through that goal process in order to get it done. Okay, I think the marriage thing would have been more fun, but that's just me.
What steps it takes, right? Okay.
Lori said, believe that it can happen. Reading the books that speak to that might help, and read about the process. Absolutely agree. And that's part of mentorship. That's part of your mentorship.
Absolutely. And like I said, when it comes back to getting a house or something, it's you know, finding the right people, like a realtor, like us, to assist you with that.
Yeah.
So that, I guess that's my little spin to, like, if you're buying a house, give us a call.
And if you're not buying it in Florida, that's okay. We have connections.
Absolutely. We can help you anywhere you want. I'm sure it would have to be, this was helpful. Okay. All right. Thank you, Simone.
I'm glad it was helpful.
I know there was a couple other things that we wanted to touch on, because we're getting close to our mark on time, because you know, in our time block.
Yeah.
Now we were going to talk about The One Thing.
Yep.
That's one of the books that we have read, Being Realtors with Keller Williams. It's by Gary Keller and Jay Pop. Is Jay Papasan part of the book? Yeah, he is part of the book. I know, I see him on it so much. I know I'm always thinking that it's just Gary Keller's book half the time. But I know Jay is a part of it as well.
Yes.
You know, in The One Thing, basically it's just trying to get you to generalize what it is, and to pinpoint and to be more precise.
Yes.
On what direction you want to go
That is
That's
correct.
that's how I view the book. I mean, it generalizes everything, that what's going to make what's the quote from the book. There is a quote. I can't seem to remember it.
If
What's the
there was
one
one
thing?
thing
Hmm.
that you could do, such by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary.
Yes.
So, what is the one thing that you can do today,
Hmm.
just by doing that and focusing on that, would make life a lot easier
And get you closer to your goal.
and get you closer to your goal? I
Mhm.
think the one thing that you can do is just even sitting down, taking an hour and time blocking and setting goals,
Mhm.
or taking the time out and dreaming big. I think that's a good first step. What do
That
you think?
is, I believe that is definitely the first step. That's the first step to acknowledging and knowing, you know, what it is that you're looking to do.
Hmm.
You got to really, sometimes people don't take the time to just gather their thoughts.
Absolutely.
I think that's, Gail said, pray on it. Definitely, prayer, meditation, all of those things help ignite uh, that goal in mind, to really to filter out all of the distractions, because through life we have so many other distractions, things that are distracting us.
Yeah,
We don't have the time to focus on what that one thing is.
that is
so
correct.
so when you take that kind of time, you can kind of see your way a little bit clearer.
Absolutely.
There's a movie that I love. I think it was 42. I think it's 42, or Jesse Owens, or I think 42 was Jesse Owens' movie. I'm bad with remembering names and movies and stuff like that, so don't ever ask me. But in this movie, it was about Jesse Owens. I know who it was about. There's a part in there where he is going to be in a stadium, in a crowd, and he's got a bunch of people who are against him being there, and he has to just kind of focus in, put the blinders on, and block out all the distractions around him.
Hmm.
and
It's powerful.
and that's kind of what the book The One Thing kind of does as well. It tells you, what is that one thing that you can do, and the first thing to get to your one thing is to remove the distractions. Put the blinders on, block out anything that's going to prevent you from getting towards that goal, that end result where you're trying to be.
Very true. Very true. And sometimes I'll shut down, social media for a weekend, meaning I just don't look on it because it's distracting me from what I need to do or what I need to get done when I
Hmm.
have a list of things that I have to do. So your focus is important,
Hmm.
so here's the thing. I want you to do me a big favor. I'm going to email everyone this. Just text me your email address. But I'm going to share my screen right now.
Let's see.
And this is what I'm going to email you: a someday goal, 5-year goal, and 1-year goal.
Hmm.
Okay. This is from the One Thing book. Okay. Your personal list 5 personal someday goals, 5 business goals. I hope you can see this.
Yeah, it's coming. It just came.
Okay, it just came up. Okay. So list your someday goal: personal, 5 of them; business, 5 of them; 5-year goals, personal, and so on. And then 1-year goals. I like this because you can sit down with this for an hour. And then you may want to sit down and dream big first for half an hour or 15 minutes, and then sit there and do this. Okay. So, let it be your homework. You don't want to sit here and listen to us for about an hour of your time. Time is precious, and not walk away with something to do about it. So we're giving you a walk away,
Hmm.
a tool to use and apply. And I think that's going to be very important this new year. Not just the discussion, but also the application. Okay, you can discuss it till you're blue in the face. If you don't apply it, it's really not going to matter.
Mhm.
So there's one thing that I saw on the internet that I want to say, and that's remember this. And then we're going to talk about something really fun, and then we're over and out. We only got 3 minutes.
Okay.
So a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan.
Mhm.
A plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. Okay, so I think that was powerful. I can, email you that quote as well. It didn't give me a name on who said the quote, but I could email you that along with the gold sheet of paper, and then Curtis has something to say to take us away.
Okay. Well, again, I thank you guys for spending a little time with us during our Wealth Building Wednesday. And, the reason why we do this is because, like I said, a lot of people don't have that conversation, the conversations that lead toward that end goal. And the end goal that we're trying to get people that we're working towards. And we're not trying, this is what we're doing. What we're doing is, we're giving this platform, we're using this platform to help empower, to inspire, to uplift. That's what I'm all about. That's what really, I think that's the fabric of who I am. I just want to empower, uplift, inspire, educate anybody that I can to get them out of a bad position to get them into a good position. So,
or you might be good.
Oh, you might be good. I mean,
just conversation, make others better. Maybe you can
absolutely. I mean, we all can be made better. That's the thing. I mean, throughout this process, honestly, us doing this, I feel that it even makes me better. Because it puts it in the forefront for myself to have to review every time I have to pick up the book or something. It's something for me to read.
Mhm.
So it encourages me personally. So what we're gonna do also, we're gonna have, this year we plan on having some speakers to come in with us as well. But for the first, I guess, 2 or 3 episodes, I think that we're doing, it's gonna be more geared towards the goal setting, because goal setting is definitely the beginning of getting that mindset. So it's about mindset, it's about goal setting, and then it's about putting things into action. So throughout that process, those are a lot of the things that we're going to be discussing this year. And so what we want to do also, we want to give away the One Thing book. Do we have the book? You have the book, Candy?
We do. Yep.
This is the book that we were discussing from, it's The One Thing. It's by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, which Gary Keller, he is the founder pretty much of Keller Williams, with his friend Jay Papasan, who is also a back author of the book as well with him. And it's The One Thing, the surprisingly simple truth behind extraordinary results. And that's really what we want people to have. We want people to have extraordinary results. So if you could email us at grimesgroupinfo@gmail.com with a goal victory throughout this process, and shoot us a quick email. And that's, again, grimesgroupinfo@gmail.com with a goal victory or something that you've gained through listening to one of our Wealth Building Wednesdays. If there's anything that we've said or done, or maybe there's something that you want to hear from us, shoot us an email. Let us know what it is that what topic you may want us to touch on. If there's anything that you want us to touch on, and we'll definitely add it to the discussion. And if there's anybody that you want us to be speaking with, let us know. Maybe we need to have them on as a guest speaker. And so that's what we're looking forward to this year. and to make this thing a lot greater. So we're looking forward to that. So that's one of our goals for this year, is to make this Wealth Building Wednesday something that is definitely empowering and inspires people to be better. That's it, about making people be better. All right. You know. All right. Well, listen, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed us this evening. I think
we enjoyed hanging out with you. I mean,
we did. I did.
I did too. I mean,
Okay.
this COVID thing just want you just want people. And we enjoyed, everyone was very participated, and we appreciate that. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much, Gail, and thank you so much, Junior. I mean, everyone really participated, and we appreciate that, because it's, you can't have a conversation by yourself.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, we want this thing to be interactive too. So if you guys could join us and throw in the questions and comments, because honestly, I work a lot better off of questions or comments or something to that effect. I'm more than willing to impart any little bit of wisdom that I've learned, throughout the way, with my wealth building, that we're not, financially the greatest, I guess, I don't know, but we're better than what we were, and we're looking to continue to be better. So that's
keep watching, and we'll share more.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. Talk to you later. Hey,
Michael Singleton. Thanks, Grimes. All right. We see you, Mike.
Good seeing you on here.
Yeah. So Lori, Michael, Junior, Gail, who else we got on? Simone. We thank you guys for joining us this evening. And
tell a friend next time.
Yeah. Tell a friend. Tell somebody to come join in with us. And like I said, we need you guys to be interactive. So be a little bit more interactive, and we can give you more. The more you give us, the more we give you.
Have a good night.
All right. Good night. Bye-bye.